Thoughts of the Round Table.
Any background noise. Okay, so I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. And welcome to Thoughts of the Round Table.
Oh, man.
Wow, when you said you were ready, I didn't expect that.
I'm keeping that one in there.
You were like, I'm ready.
Like, I felt it right when you started off the sentence, like, this is going to be fun. So I held it back until you were done. At least I waited for a break in conversation.
That was like a very, gastric burp. Like, definitely indicated that you,
I got a beer right now, so it's fine.
Oh, and Paul's dog, Colby, is, counting in with us.
She ruins every podcast, a.k.a. likes to fill in on every single podcast.
We're like, what do you think of dog food?
I feel like that's the epitome of a podcast, though. Like, having just random, stuff. This is because this is the life of not being in a studio.
It's very, real life, you know?
Real life, real Cleveland, you know?
I agree, real life, real Cleveland. And, I mean, we talk about very engaging topics for dogs. You know, we talk about trips to the vet.
I know.
Trips to the park.
So honestly, if I were a dog, I'd listen to this podcast. I really would. I'm not even joking. Do you think she, knows what we're doing right now, or she's pretty dumb? She's a dog.
I think she probably sees this microphone as, an instrument.
Like a musical instrument, or just an instrument?
Like a device. I feel like, you know, cats and dogs, maybe cats more so, can realize, that's a TV, that's a device. A computer, it's a device.
I don't know. Cats are pretty dumb too.
I think they know that there's a purpose to it. Whether or not they know the purpose,
they're confused by it. They know the purpose of a window.
A window to the wall. So Paul, what's your holy grail? Today's holy grail.
Well, it kind of stems from what we were just talking about before we started, which we have the door open right now.
Oh.
Let me tell you, I am somebody who absolutely hates everything winter. Every time we get in September,
you live in Cleveland.
Yeah, and people start. It's not my choice. Every time we get to the part of the year when people start bringing out decorations and stuff, one of my biggest pet peeves, I kid you not, is news anchors, and I don't know if they believe this themselves, but they'll go on TV and be like, I can't wait for the snowflakes to come down. Bitch, I can wait as long as humanly possible for those to come down.
No, I mean,
hate it.
It's funny how I agree. People sometimes romanticize winter,
but it's terrible. You're covered. You're covered in salt. It's cold. You're sliding all around. It takes 19 hours and 3 days to get to work. Ugh. But now, finally, we've broke. Look at this beautiful day right now. Honestly,
I love it.
I know
I can see Paul's neighbor. She is raking underneath the pine trees. Although she's wearing jeans, I kind of want to go out there and be like, wear some shorts.
I mean, I could do jeans right now.
Really?
It's a little bit chilly, a little bit nipply. But anyways, it's a beautiful day. Softball season, baseball season. I'm happy. I'm good to go. What about you?
I'm excited. I'm actually I'm getting a getaway. To quote Taylor Swift, I'm getting in a getaway car, and I'm driving to Toronto with a friend tomorrow.
Is that really a getaway, Toronto? I've never been to Toronto. I've always wanted to.
It's very expensive, Paul, but it is a gorgeous city.
I love how you looked down and you for that 1 second regretted your choice. I'm it's very expensive.
I was looking down at my wallet, which was Wait,
what's expensive about it though?
Just standard of living. It's kind of like New York City, Tokyo,
really,
London. These are touristy kind of locations. This is Canada's equivalent. But you know what it makes up for with expensiveness. I mean, there'll be plenty of adventure. So
we'll get her to stop. Colby, come on,
baby.
There's nothing going on out there.
So I'm excited.
We gotta have an outtake reel, and that's gotta be on
some
it.
bloopers. At the end of episode 10.
Oh, I see. I literally could not think. I was wait, how many episodes have we done? Seriously, I had the biggest brain for it right there.
We will do a closer for that.
And she's gonna be in it. Colby. Oh my God, this dog.
Paul's just waiting for her to she's she's in that puppy.
Go lay down.
She's in that I'm now a dog, but I still think like a puppy stage.
Basically, she's 1 year old, so she thinks she owns a house, but she's still not potty trained because she's a jerk. But she's a cute dog.
She is cute.
Anyways, continue about your trip.
She's if Lassie was aggressive.
So finish your trip to
I'm
Toronto.
excited. Yeah, I've been working very hard. Sorry, I'm watching Paul McGowan, this dog. I lost track of time. I've been working very hard. Okay, now they're really necking there. I've been working very hard. It's you're trying to up the ante each time. I feel like I've said I've been working very hard. But you know, I've been literally driving circles around Cleveland, and it'll be nice to.
What do you mean driving circles around Cleveland?
Literally, I drive from like Willoughby to Cleveland, and then like down to Parma to do our podcast, and like over to.
Is there like an anger behind that you have to drive all over the city?
No, I mean like I get to listen to some music, but and I might be downloading Audible to get some audiobooks.
Oh, there you go.
But it'll be nice to just like not have to worry about like getting to work and just like I'm in Toronto and
just not do anything.
Yeah.
What are your plans for Toronto? Like, what do you got?
So
up?
apparently, my friend told me that she has passes for this. There's like a music festival or something in town. Mm-hmm. So we'll probably do something like that.
Isn't there a casino up there? Big casinos?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm not a gambler, but maybe we'll stop in for a drink.
I hope he gets stuck on the Peace Bridge. How funny would that? Matt's Day on the Peace Bridge.
If there's anyone who's gonna get like captured on the Peace Bridge, it'd be me. But
they just leave you there. You get caught in this limbo where you can't go to the U.S., you can't go to Canada. They just leave you on the
just
bridge.
Like go to that liquor store that's like neither country. It's like
is there one?
Yeah.
Really?
That's where we plan on buying like our liquor.
And it's not owned by either country?
I forget what it's called, but it's not either country, so we don't have to pay any tax.
How is it not either country? It's like an episode of Family Guy.
It is.
You know?
Victoria.
When it becomes its when it becomes its own Victoria.
When he annexed Joe's pool.
Oh, yeah.
And then the National Guard was called.
Did he technically invade the U.S.?
He did. So yeah, Toronto will be fun. Can't wait. Now, this next segment is called How Broke Are You? And we talk about, well, how broke we are. Mm-hmm. So today's, I guess, comment is I asked Paul to go to lunch. It could be fun. You know, we both worked this morning.
You're a lot of sass today because I feel like deep-seated sass.
And I was like, this could be fun, like get to know each other, you know, learning more about each other.
Get to know each other? Like, how long have we known?
I was like, bitch, we are best friends.
Like, how do you not know me
like,
by
you're the
now?
only person I see besides my wife.
It's not like I'm Batman, like, you know, hidden identity.
like I'm sitting there with flashcards, like
before, like when you pull in the driveway. Like,
what is your favorite moment in your life?
When I bought olives.
So anyway, I asked Paul. I said, let's go get lunch." Paul goes, "Oh, like you've been stabbed like lightly with like a pencil." You're like, "Oh," and he's like, "I'm trying to save money, and so like I can't do."
Like
much.
I just went out yesterday. I'm like, ooh. Like gotten to that point where it's like I should not probably.
And like here's the thing too. Like I was thinking like a Chipotle kind of lunch. Like I really wasn't like trying to be like
like bougie with it and everything.
Like, let's go to the melting pot. Like melting pot lunch. like peace sign. But it was just funny because like I think Paul probably thought I was like like a dinner or drinks, and I'm just thinking like Chipotle, but Paul's like ooh.
So I had leftovers on my porch.
Paul literally grabbed a box. Like, just sat on his porch, like just slowly eating the leftovers.
Why not, man? It was free, wasn't it?
It was free.
Meanwhile, you spent $13 at McDonald's. There's a dollar menu. How did
you know what's so sad? I'm a vegetarian who spent $13.
There's no way you're a vegetarian.
Yeah, 7 years now.
How the hell did you spend like that much money at
Well, you
McDonald's?
would have learned about this had we gone to lunch. Well, okay, so here's the thing. This was the biggest limit. So I got 2 egg and cheese biscuits because those are like I'm a sucker for those puppies. Like, that's like the one thing at McDonald's that like I love.
Those are good.
And then I got a dollar side salad, and then I was conflicted. Did I want an iced coffee or did I want a smoothie? So I got both.
Well, I mean, because that's one way to do it.
I mean, I'm not that good at decision making. Clearly.
Oh man, see, I guess it's not that I couldn't go out to lunch; it's that I was probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe so. The next segment. When were you tempted and did not give in to temptation? So, Paul, you have a Cleveland hotspot, don't you?
I do. It's a couple. Does it count if it's a couple locations, or is that like
go
2?
for it. I'm just thinking of the intro music, which I imagine will be like some sizzling like embers, like.
It's and I have a funny story behind it. It's one of my favorite places. It's called $2. Mm-hmm. Easy, simple name, and the reason it's called $2 is because all of its drinks are $2.
Really. And
it is the greatest place because
look at this up right now.
Oh yeah, and so you can go with a $10 bill and have one heck of a night you don't remember. Like seriously, and also they have like fantastic food, like just beautiful food. And I don't want to admit this, but me and the wife were at one point we were going there so often. It was around Christmas time. it was like November-ish, late November-ish, early December. And we had been going around there so much that the bartenders started to recognize who we were and invited us to the employees only party.
Did you go?
No, I didn't. I didn't. It was an
That
employees
was
only
hilarious.
Christmas party. And they're like, hey, you just kind of can come. You kind of look like one of our old cooks.
Like, you kind of look like you could have worked here at one point.
Oh, I should have gone. Honestly, I regret not doing it.
That is a missed opportunity.
Yeah, but also the greatest part about it is it's literally next to a movie theater.
Okay.
And so if like there's a new movie coming out, but you're not too hot about it, you just get a couple drinks, pregame, and then go to the movie.
Oh my gosh, it needs to happen ASAP.
It's amazing.
And what's? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, the funny thing about it is that there's multiple locations, and I think that's like mostly local around Cleveland, and I think there's one randomly in Milwaukee, like for no apparent reason.
Clearly, a place that needs $2 drinks all year round in Milwaukee.
What about you?
Oh, a Cleveland hotspot. You weren't with us. It was a whole bunch of people except for Paul.
Thank you.
I couldn't be there.
Gotta rub it in.
You probably were not going to lunch.
Yeah, that is gonna be stuck in your jaw for like weeks now. Like you remember that time you did not go to? We're gonna be like 75 years old. Remember that time you did not go to lunch with me?
Be like, Paul.
Like I'd eat my $13 McDonald's meal while you sat there and had chicken nuggets.
Paul, do you remember, Paul, that one day when I invited you to lunch?
That's going to sound like in 10 years.
The rate I'm going with my life could be 10 years. So this place, it's called Porco's Tiki Bar on West 25th.
Okay.
It's like my most recent obsession. I've had plenty of obsessions, don't get me wrong, but I love pina colada. Like, I love a good pina colada.
I've only had a couple in my life, but I've always liked them.
I love tropical stuff. Anything tropical. Like, I feel like I was, like, if there's a word, if there was, like, a word or a descriptor for, like, you ever feel like you were born in the wrong biome? Like, you're trans
Wrong biome?
Yeah.
Trans biome? What do you mean?
Like, you were just not, like, you were born in a deciduous forest, aka Cleveland, but you were meant to, like...
So you mean literally biome? I thought like you were like using that as an analogy.
No.
You
like,
meant the actual
like
version.
You were born in the wrong biome.
Like the actual
I
definition.
feel like I was
biome.
supposed to be born in the tropics.
Oh, I should have been born in the desert. Seriously.
Wait, why the desert? Oh, you do love
I
cactus.
love the desert, but that does sound kind of... I should have been born in the desert.
Like Jack the Ripper in the desert.
I know someone who's really obsessed with the desert just like I am. Mm-hmm. So much so that they told me, like, when I die, just give me a cowboy funeral. Throw me in the desert and cover me with rocks.
So
I'm like,
sad.
I get it.
But I just love, like, tropical flavors, tropical fruit. And I know that's probably, like, one of, like, what, a billion things.
I could see you bartending with, like, a low-cut tank top at Key West. Like that, like, listening to Jimmy Buffett in the background.
I love tank tops. Like, if I could literally wear tank tops and jorts for the rest of my life, I think I would. Like,
Jorts Illustrated.
Like, if someone was like, I will pay you $10,000 just to wear jorts and tanks.
Even in the snow, you do.
Well, that's different. But, like...
Yeah.
If I was living somewhere where I can get away with it.
Why are we here? We should just move, honestly, at this point.
We'll see you in episode 7 at Key West.
In the background, hearing that little boop, 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 like Hawaiian music.
And the shores, like,
Right now, that's just my fan.
That'll have to do. But anyway, this Tiki Bar, long story made short, it's great. It's on West 25th. It's not, like, right on West 25th, which is what makes it, like, more secret. Mm-hmm. But it's always packed. Like, Thursday
So near
nights.
Ohio City we're talking about.
Yeah, very...
We should just make, like, a map of Cleveland things. Just put it online. Like, a little map of our hotspots.
With, like, little cartoon drawings of, like, Paul and Matt. With, like... And
like, literally stick figures.
Like, hover on them, and it'll be like, great place to go to when you want to get high. Even though neither of us do drugs.
I know.
I don't know why I said that like we do.
Like, that would be new to me.
Paul was, like, looking at me like, what? And I'm, like, looking at me like, what?
Scooby-Doo.
Like, narrator. They don't do drugs.
Arrested Development over here.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, talk about another Holy Grail. Arrested Development Season 5.
Oh, I know.
May 29th. I'm pumped.
Colby.
Oh Colby.
She ruins everything.
She does. What's out
Sorry
there?
about her.
There might be, like, a butcher.
It's my neighbor.
Yeah, it's probably those jeans. She's probably like, wear some shorts. But Season 5, Arrested Development, on May 29th. Very excited.
I've been watching the recut Season 4. And I mean, the content's still the same. You're never going to change the content, but the way they recut it makes it manageable.
Yeah,
it's
a lot
still
more
disappointing.
watchable.
It's more like it was totally unwatchable the way it was before. I'm really
You really had to push through.
Yeah.
Really good, but
excited for season 5.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird though. It's kind of they haven't done a season in years, so they're all gonna look way different.
I can't even think of any other show that has such a weird time gap because seasons 1, 2, and 3 were like 2003 to 5, I think, or something like that, and then you have season 4, which is 2013, and now 5
was
years
that
later,
far behind?
Yeah,
I didn't know it was that far in between.
Yeah, there was like a
2003. You said?
I think it aired 2003 to 5 or something.
Are you
like that.
sure about? I'm
very
check
sure.
This. I thought it was like 2008, 2009 range.
The grave.
I mean, you could totally be right. Let me look this up so you can get to it first. We can get to the Wikipedia page. First.
Yeah, season 3 was 2005 to 2006. So yeah, 7-year gap, and then another 5-year gap. Like that's kind of kooky.
It's
kind of
a cult
classic.
Well, it's kind of a shame because it's almost sad. That show, why it was canceled in the first place, I don't really know.
It was critically acclaimed. It actually won an Emmy for Best Comedy in its first season.
Well, I thought it had a pretty slow start, which is why they canceled it.
It actually kind of started off decently. They didn't have much, they didn't have a lot of viewers to begin with.
In a weird way, I kind of think that show was ahead of its time.
6 million.
Seriously.
Oh, no, I agree. But getting 5-6 million viewers in 2004 on a show was pretty... bad.
Pretty good. Pretty bad?
Yeah, at that point. These days, that's pretty good.
I still think it was ahead of... Because it's so... The way it's filmed is odd, and the narration is totally different.
The narration, I think, sells it.
I think it was just... If it was coming out now, starting now, I think it'd be like the Big Bang Theory almost level.
Oh my gosh, I don't like the Big Bang Theory.
Oh, we're going to have to fight about that. I love it.
Coming up next. The narrator. They would fight about it.
They would not.
So stories from the peasants. So this is when we talk about, when we work at jobs or when we're out doing volunteerism.
When have I ever done that?
Paul's like, not me. This is just kind of experiences while working in our general history. So this is a funny story. Yesterday, I rolled up to try and get a meter right outside of our work, which I normally do.
Yeah, because it's really early morning. It's,
really
4
early
o'clock in the morning we roll up?
Yeah, really early in the morning. And there was no spots. And it was so...
Oh, the neighbor out there now? Here, we'll shut the door.
It's such a shame because it's so nice.
Oh, that's fine. I'll keep it open. I thought he was outside. He's probably standing up. Colby, come here. Come on. Enough. No one wants to hear you. Colby, you just got complimented on how quiet you were. By the neighbor. She goes, I never hear your dog bark.
Your neighbor said she never hears this dog bark?
Mm-hmm.
This dog has barked 100 times in the last 2 minutes alone.
Colby, come here. Come on. All right.
Your neighbor must have actually had her hearing aids down low or something.
Come here.
Okay, here we go. So yeah, I was going into work on Monday, and normally we get there early, and there's plenty of parking on the street.
There's plenty of homeless people too.
Wish that could be a meter instead. Clearly, so I'm trying to get a meter. There's no meter, so I have to park on the street over, some
literally
scrub.
Literally 1 block. How much time did this add to your walk? Honestly,
honestly, 2.5 minutes. But what makes it more stressful is when I have to run outside at 7:58
to fill the meter.
I had to put a little hop in my skip because otherwise, I couldn't 8:01. And those ticket maids get so...
They get sassy.
They get on you, man.
Mm-hmm.
They'll see that it's a minute left and they'll just stand there.
This is why you have 2 options here. You either become best friends with the meter maid so they fill your meter and or don't give a ticket, or you just park in the garage like every other person.
But I lose money. I only have to pay $2 to park at a meter.
Yeah, I had that same logic. I was like, yeah, it's $2 a day. Until I saw everyone getting tickets that were $50. I'm like, well, that makes up for it.
Oh, get one of those and you're fucked. Yeah.
But mine is kind of related, but yeah, kind of. So I get up really early, same time as you, middle of the night basically, and gas stations are always open, always open. I was running low on gas, but I got up a little extra early. I said, hey, no one's around. I'm going to go grab some gas. I've done this 1,000,000 times in the past on the way to work. There's one literally on the way to work. So I go to the gas station. This is literally one of the most first world problems I can complain about. I go there, and I'm low on gas in my fuel-efficient Ford Focus. And
clearly sponsoring this podcast.
It wasn't. But anyways, so I go up to the the place, and all the pumps are like flashing, have the little bags on them.
Oh
Entire
my
gas station is
God.
closed.
they just gave up.
But the best part is the like little gas station building, where they sell outdated hot dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
Wide open, lights on. But their pumps are like flashing. They're just like, oh,
What was going on?
That's like a pizza place. It's like, we're only doing salads right now. And so, like, the thing nobody wants.
Were they like out of gas, or did they not have enough?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
Mystery to me. So I go.
Talk about a peasant experience.
I go to the gas station down the road, also closed.
Wow.
So I get on the highway, go to the next exit, go to that gas station, also closed.
Wow, you are just having a string of luck.
I ended up in like the next city over, going to the CDS gas station.
You're like that South Park episode when change. You're like gas.
Like I was like, how is a gas station not open right now? Like one of them. How did I have the luck to go to like 6 gas stations? All of them were like, nah, man, we closed.
There must have been like a gas shortage in like Parma.
I don't know. Well, anyways, I got the gas and almost got there in time. So
one thing I've learned is never to get gas downtown.
Why would you ever do that?
It took me a long time to actually learn that lesson, and then the last time I got gas, this guy came up to me and goes,
pause.
Oh, yeah.
What time is it?
Well, it was like 3 p.m. It was a
So
really,
not like you're not going to like midnight.
No, it was. Oh no, definitely not. Don't do it that late. But it was like 3 p.m. This guy comes up to me and goes, "The government's trying to poison me," and I go, "Oh, what's going on?"
You should have just been like, same.
Be like, "Can I just sub government for like everything?" And he goes, "Yeah, government's trying to poison me." You go, "Oh no!" Like, what do you say to that? Like, "Oh no!" Like,
I told you what you said.
Like,
Same.
Same. So I go, I'm sorry to hear that. And he goes, yeah, I'm living in the projects or in government housing and they're blah, blah, blah. And I go, sounds like you should, like, report that. Or, like, address that to a supervisor or whatever. Like, a very young professional answer. He, like, looks at me, gives me, like, a very queer eye, except didn't give me any fashion advice, and was like, you don't know about like these kind of things. You should get out of here.
You know what I would have said about
you should get out of here while you can. And I literally, I could have had like a half gallon like already pumped, and I would have just ended it. Like I was ready to hang up the.
Like, you know what, I'm good.
Just bye.
You know what you should have said. You should have just told him, I know this already. I work for the government. I'm the one poisoning you.
Like, oh yes, you're patient number 502. Yeah.
Don't worry, it won't be much longer.
But it's something that like
it's sad though in a way, isn't it?
Like,
sad.
It would have been fun to like counter, but like you just get so like for me, it's like I get so like off kilter at those kind of things. Like,
yeah.
The government's trying to poison me. I'm like,
like how do you respond?
Yeah, I just play. I play the safe. Like, I'm sorry to hear this. Like I'm like the.
You sounded like a voicemail.
Like, I was gonna say like like you call the electricity company when the electricity is out, and they're like,
thank you for calling for Energy Electric.
If the house is on fire, don't call and run out of the house. That's my favorite part of the message.
You missed a missed opportunity.
When it's like,
honestly.
if you smell gas, end the call and leave the house. Like, it's their way of saying, why are you in your house with the phone? Like, get out.
Yeah, there was a gas station one of my friends went to, and she was pregnant at the time. Yeah. And we've all wondered, don't go to this gas station. Don't go to this gas station. Went in the middle of the day, and some guy just started walking up to her and rubbing her belly. Like, told you not to go.
Talk about a boundary issue at the gas station.
Do gas stations have any boundaries at all, honestly?
No, it's kind of like a free-for-all.
Honestly, a gas station in the ritziest neighborhoods are weird. Like, nothing good or normal ever happens.
Like, when I think of, like, sketchy places, I think of, like, rest stops. I think of gas stations. Like, places with cars.
I went to this gas station.
Like, oh, did you hear it? It's like, cars.
I missed that. Because I was thinking about this weird thing. I was driving to Buffalo. And I stopped Buffalo. And so I stopped at this gas station just off the highway, middle of nowhere in western New York. And so I really had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's amazing the thought I had, because I went and filled gas and I was going to go inside and run the bathroom real quick. Yeah. It said bathroom's $1. Just $1. Wow. Literally just $1. And you think about it, it's like, it's $1. Whatever. Yeah. But I was like crossing my legs at this point. I was like, screw it, I'll piss myself rather than pay $1. It's $1, but I was so mad that you charged $1 to go to the bathroom. I was
where was this gas station at?
I don't know. Some cornfield in middle western New York.
Really?
Yeah,
it's like a rural gas station?
Oh, yeah. It was just like, I just saw it. It was like a beacon. And the guy was like, it's going to be $1. And it was like painted on the wall, like $1. I'm like, You know,
It's outside
I'm
the
good.
cornfield.
Like, what are you gonna do with $1? Honestly.
Well, you know, I guess it would make sense if you were like in a like downtown Cleveland. Like
Yeah,
maybe-
okay.
maybe
New York
get-
City, you're gonna pay to use the bathroom.
Yeah,
But like,
it's just
like, dude, I can go pee in the woods across the street and you wouldn't notice.
yeah.
Like,
But that's another thing too. The rural, it's like you just hop across the fence.
Yeah.
You know,
who's gonna catch me buckwheat?
like your one cop's gonna
Yeah.
roll up.
You one sheriff nobody can understand.
Where? We look out for you around these parts. Don't want to pay $1 for the bathroom. They're like, caught their pants down. I actually almost got caught peeing the other day because, like, sometimes, like, it's like
This is a
late
good
at
start
night.
to a story. I like it.
When it's like late at night, you know, and you're like outside working, and then you know it's dark, you kind of just want to like pee outside. Like it's, I think
I've
it's
never had that.
You've
thought.
never?
No.
A lot of
no.
guys had that.
The shower, oddly. I've wanted to pee in the shower a lot.
Really?
Yeah, which is weird because the toilet's like right there.
Yeah. It depends. Like if it's an emergency, I'd say go for it.
Have you ever peed in the shower?
Yeah. I think like a lot of people have. Some people don't admit it. They're like, I would never.
I think it can recount like once.
Yeah. To me, it's like it's different. Like I would aim it towards the drain. Like if you're just like flip flopping and like just piss on the curtain, it's like, hey, that's disgusting. like
we have a directional tool.
it's
like,
like
use it.
it's like a hunting. Like, sir, there is a right way to hunt.
Reliable gun owners.
Like we are reliable peeing in the shower type people.
Anyways, you wanted to pee outside, or is that it?
Well, I almost got caught. Like the neighbor was like walking out, like, and I was like, oh, and I was like, I had like do like a spin move to like tucked it away and everything. And I just like was like, hi, like, great to see ya. I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't like I was gonna get caught. I was like behind a large tree.
Yeah.
I live in a forest right now, so it's not like it's.
I live in a
I
forest.
do. I'm like a cute little gnome.
Oh, I just had to grab this. So what's next?
Is it time for afterthoughts?
I think it is. We were gonna try this, and it was funny. Speaking of showers, this came to me in the shower. The idea for this. I don't know why. But what are your final thoughts on the day? Things that just been on the back of your mind.
Right now, I just tried this blueberry lavender gluten-free tea beer from Wild Ohio Brewing, and Paul said he didn't like it, but I like it. It's not a typical beer. It's kind of like a cider. It's going down very easy. You know, I don't think it's something you can drink a lot of at like one time. But oh my gosh, we opened with a bourbon, we closed with one. But yeah, it's good.
I think mine is, now you've put it in my head, that I kind of want to look at apartments in Key West. I know, like, the likelihood of me moving there is very...
Like you're gonna text Katie, like...
But now it's in the back of my head, it's like, man... even if not good, it's nice to see how the other half lives. Honestly, it's not in the cold the entire time and saying "ope" all the time when they bump into people like us here in the Midwest.
I know.
So,
we just have to wish and hope that we can one day, climb up the ladder. But we work
We'll
in
figure it
radio,
out.
so
probably not.
yikes.
We hold the ladder for other people.
We're like, get on board, everybody. We need every Sally and John to get going. I think one thing that I talked about this weekend, actually, I said, my friend's like, oh my God, you work for our, radio station. And I go, yes, we have fun. And he goes, that just seems like a really fun job. And I go, actually, it is. And I go, I don't get much of a salary as you do, Mr. Banker, and you'll probably retire 10 years earlier than I will. But
It has its peaks and valleys.
yeah, it's one of those things where, you kind of, you pay a little bit for having fun. On that
I'm done.
melancholy note.
Look at that, I just finished the beer, too.
Well, there's a little bit down there, but... Okay, there we go. Okay.
Gone. Done.
Destroyed.
Next one.
On the next podcast. Well, we'll see you next time on Thoughts of the Round Table. What was our time on that?
28 minutes.
See, I felt like I was